Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We are in the midst of Fleet Week, but we've got some dev responses for you today. We've got a bit of drama with problems with 3.19, although only seems to be affecting some people, and we'll talk a bit about that. We'll also go over a schedule of what's to come this week. So, this week in Star Citizen, Cloud Imperium said, "We hope you're all enjoying this year's Invictus launch week. We've seen a tremendous amount of creative content flood the newly created Invictus event in the community hub, which has been enthusiastically circulating throughout our offices. As a reminder, we're running a new screenshot contest every 2 days, so there's plenty of chances to win. We'd like to note that we're aware of several issues some of you are encountering, such as ASOP unresponsiveness, so not being able to spawn ships or the terminals there being slow, difficulties connecting, and an issue that results in infinite inventory loading. We have a potential solution that we're looking to hotfix very soon to help with the inventory bug, and the team is focused on the remaining issues, including those preventing login. We greatly appreciate your patience and support. Your issue council reports have been extremely valuable. We'll update you with more information as soon as we have it." I did see a Spectrum thread from a couple of days ago, and why not an official CIG answer yet, saying that the OP's having a terrible time during Fleet Week, with servers being a lag fest and many bugs, and Cloud Imperium haven't come out and said about anything or talked about how to fix it. They sort of go on to say, there's problems always when they have these events, and the high traffic is potentially the cause. Zylo did respond to this, and I wanted to go over his response. He said, "The ongoing issues are not solely from high traffic during the event. While high traffic can accelerate issues by increasing the probability of an occurrence, at the core of it, many of the current issues exist from the introduction of new technologies in Alpha 3.18, which was a necessary step on the path to server meshing. We knew there would be a need to dial things in and issues to fix as they pop up, which is where we're currently at. The team is currently all hands on deck, focused on implementing solutions to smooth things out. Now, interestingly, me as BoredGamer, I'm having a great time in the live build and have since the sort of initial launch of Fleet Week. As I said when I first covered it, when I spawn into a server, I literally check to see if I can open my inventory by pressing I. If I cannot, then I server hop, and I typically turn up onto a server where I can use my inventory and everything seems to work fine. It doesn't even seem to be particularly laggy when I go onto those servers. So sort of bear that in mind. I'm not sure how anecdotal evidence that is, but it genuinely works for me. There was a follow-up question as well. Is persistent entity streaming performing as expected, or will it go the same way of iCache? Give it to us straight. Zylo again responded, "We certainly knew going into this behemoth of an implementation that the team would need to invent solutions to issues that pop up. We're confident that we can get things in a working order, but of course, fully understand the frustrations some face in the meantime." Alpha 3.19's sort of implementation for me has been hugely successful compared to 3.18's. 3.18 had so many problems, so many bugs, a load of people not being able to log in and actually play, and then even when they were, the playability of actually being in-game, well, there was a huge amount of problems. But now 3.19, most of that is solved, or at least large portions of it, and although there still are problems, a lot more people are able to play than not now. And financially, Cloud Imperium have made well over $6 million, I think approaching $7 million at time of recording, so far from Fleet Week alone, and there's a lot more of Fleet Week to come. So yeah, let's talk about what's going on this week. So later Tuesday, there's going to be a lore post on Invictus Launch Week on Fleet Week, exploring the history of Invictus from its practical origins during the First of Iron War, through its exploitation by the Messers to the current incarnation of the event. Thursday has Inside Star Citizen, so this is going to be taking a look at RSI, Robert Space Industries, and Tumbrel Land Systems. So Phoenix Pilots Rejoice, the Urza's fancier sibling, is on its way. So this basically should be covering the Lynx that we know is appearing during Fleet Week as a drivable vehicle, and the Storm, which is supposed to be a concept small tank, which shall also be on sale during Fleet Week, but let's see what happens here. Friday, we have a Star Citizen Live, which is going to be an all-ships round table. That'll be at 4 PM UTC on the Star Citizen Twitch. There is a Spectrum thread up there as well, where you can ask some questions. I will link that down below. But I wanted to go over some of those top questions that you can expect to be asked, or a lot of them will be asked during that live stream. So, how do you expect to work through the backlog of ships, and at what point in the game can we expect to see larger ships such as the Kraken, Polaris, and Perseus? Has there been any progress on modularity since it was last talked about? What's the purpose of the new Montreal ship team? Is it just to produce new ships, or is it an effort to help with the backlog of unreleased ships and gold standard work? What's the status of physicalized damage? What happened to the physical wheeled vehicle rework you talked about last year? 600i updates, question mark? What's the development status of the RSI Polaris? Status on Squadron 42 systems like MFDs, HUDs, visors, quantum boost, etc. Regarding moving small ships around the verse when Pyro drops, where do we stand on ship carriers like the Liberator and Kraken? Constellation series rework gold standard, question mark? Will a team be put back on the Banu Merchantman soon? With salvage now in game, what is the next big ship-orientated gameplay loop we can expect or anticipate? Can we look forward to quantum beacons for our vehicles anytime soon? Can we get an update on master modes? And when do you plan on bringing all other older ships up to gold standard? So some good questions there. Hopefully a good portion of those will be sort of answered to some degree. On Saturday, the next race in the community-run Stanton 7 series is going on. They're going to the racetrack at the Vision Centre, so that's going to be buggy racing. Head over to the Atmo Esports website for details of that if you're interested in watching. There is still a load of Fleet Week remaining all the way through May 30th. We've got the Lynx and the Storm, we've got the Drake Defense Con stuff. There's still a huge amount going on. I did want to highlight another Spectrum thread I saw titled, I love realism in games, but does CIG know that we only have a limited amount of time to play as adults? So the poster here outlines that they have a love of immersion, but doesn't love having to wait an hour or so to reclaim a ship. Waiting times maybe take up 50% of their limited play time, from like travel to ship claims and all that sort of jazz. And even traveling to get components. Why is there no sort of delivery service they can pay extra for? And that sort of gets in the way of them actually playing the game. Zola responds, at the core of Star Citizen's development is a commitment to creating an immersive and engaging experience. As we continue to refine the game, we often find ourselves tweaking various aspects to strike the delicate balance between realism, challenge, and enjoyment. The recent adjustments to respawn timers were simply a part of this ongoing iterative process and are by no means final. Experimenting with different values now allows us to gather valuable data and insights, enabling us to make informed decisions when balancing. We're fully aware of the concerns raised regarding the length of the new respawn timers, especially when considering the possibility of losing your ship due to something outside your control. There's a fair bit of focus on tightening things up in this area, and we expect to make another round or two of changes soon. As always, we'll take all factors into consideration, including the state of the game, the types of potential ship loss scenarios, and the overall gameplay experience. So yeah, obviously some people aren't particularly happy with the longer timers and costs associated with reclaiming ships in the verse. Yeah, it's an interesting balance of them trying to make people not want to reclaim their ships, not want to die, not want to lose their ships, I suppose, because they want them to reclaim them when necessary, but they also want players to be able to play the game and have fun and all that jazz. So it's an interesting one. I'm much more on the side of playability, especially while in alpha. I want to be able to test the game as much as possible. I don't want to have to wait a long time to respawn my ships, especially when I'm at the mercy of bugs. Boom! That's it for my Star Citizen news today. I say my Star Citizen news, the Star Citizen news that I saw. We've got Fleet Week. Get involved with that. Star Citizen's free to play. Loads of cool new stuff. Lots of stuff to buy as well if you are interested. If you want to ask a question to the ship team as well, that link is down below to chuck it in the thread there, or you can just upvote some of the questions that you think should be asked. I'm interested to know, have you bought anything during Fleet Week? Are you enjoying Fleet Week? What are you thinking of Alpha 3.19? Have you been unable to play, or is it really hard to play because of bugs that you've got, or haven't you experienced bugs at all, or very limited amounts of bugs? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but give him a NordVPN subscription using nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, or the links below, and he'll browse the internet more safely and with greater accessibility for a lifetime, or at least until his subscription ends. He can then shop for his own fish from places like Tesco's, Walmart, or Asda or something. It also makes a fantastic gift. Next time you go to a dinner party or a wedding, bring them a NordVPN subscription. Bam! You'll be the talk of the town, and it's certainly better than bringing a fish. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to go further to support the channel, then use that join button under my videos or the Patreon links below. that would be amazing. It goes a long way to helping Zin and I be able to create daily videos, and you'll get some exclusive perks, including some videos, posts, and polls to help guide the channel. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For May, it's for an Origin 400i, the luxury exploration touring ship capable of taking 3 crew to distant stars. It also comes with lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. To be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details down below. Thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you in the verse.